Hi everyone, welcome in. For this sub video, we're actually going to do some Derail Valley. We're here in the Oil Well Central, and there's these 4 jobs here that we're going to take all down to the harbour. So they're all oil or some derivative of that. Methane's not quite. We're going to take all of them. You'll notice if you're looking at the weights, 495, 540, 450, 336. That's well over the 1,000 tons we can have on a single DE6. Up there, you can't see it at the moment because I've already gone ahead and connected them all together. We don't need to watch that. Is 2 DE6s. And we're going to operate them in parallel. So let's pick up all of these jobs. Hold on. Until our debt is reduced. What? Probably wants us to pay this. We had some damage from an earlier job. Okay, let's try again. There we go. Pick them all up. So I've still got them in that order from roughly most expensive. I should make sure I've got these in the right order. We've got 70. Last is right. And then this is still 70. Still 70. So 70 goes into 79. Don't know why it's rolling backwards a little bit. Let's turn this on. Oh, we're too far away. Okay, fair enough. Okay, what's the last one here back here then? So 60 is the first job we'll drop off, is the most expensive. Then 70, then 79, and lastly 7. Okay, let's get back up to the front here and get these guys going. So before setting up, I was just using the single DE6 to stage everything. Now we're going, we'll get the second one fired up. Let's get you. Let's pair this, okay. Now we're going to come in here. This is our lead loco. For the second one, make sure all of the brakes are off. We're in forward. Our lead loco, all of the brakes off. We're in forward. Let's give it some throttle. We'll give some throttle to the second as well. And we're going. Okay. So we're pulling 2,000 odd tons of stuff here. We'll be taking the normal route from the oil well through the farm and around this way down to the harbour. I don't know what that is doing there. That's interesting. I have been playing earlier this session and we did have an abandoned job down there. Hopefully it's not still there. We'll be going slow when we come down there anyway, because we've got this is so heavy, this train, we don't want to let it get away from us. So we've got the 2,000 tons of cargo, and then there's still the 200 tons of the 2 engines. I doubt we're going to make this in time for the bonuses, but we're going to try. Just make sure. Okay, so they're set for us to go straight through. Just go through here nice and chill. Now where are we dropping these off? So the first drop off is going to be at C2I. Okay. Our second drop off is also at C2I. That's nice. Our third drop off, G5I. And the fourth drop off is also G5I. Okay, so that's fairly nice. So we're going to get the first 2, which are at the 2 expensive jobs. Drop them off at once, and then both of the others dropped off at the same time. That wasn't planned at all. Now let's see if we can't look out the window here. So somewhere back there is the end of our train. Somewhere. There's no need to rush these. We'll just chug along. It's we'll probably end up doing something similar to this in stream eventually, but as subs you can see it first. Okay, so this is 50. We're coming up to 50. Let's just ease that back a little bit. Don't want no throttle. Okay. So somewhere back there is the end of our train. So this is what we're pulling. All of these cargo tankers. Okay, now we need to make sure we keep momentum up this bit of hill. So the reason that other, what seems to be is in there an engine over here, in the middle of nowhere, is I did try taking a large job with just a single loco earlier this play session, and we got stuck in much the same way as we got stuck when we tried to pull the big load with the steam engine. And so I just decoupled some of the rear trailers, left them there with another shunter to pull it down the hill, and thought that was it. Okay, so we're slow, like, we still are slightly accelerating. Let's open the window. So we are still slightly accelerating, with 2 engines pulling nearly 2,000 tons. We're not just slightly accelerating, that's picking up fairly quickly. These signals once again should be pointing the right direction. Just throttle down a little bit. Just to maintain our speed up this section of the hill. We also don't want to be going too fast if we have to slow down. I think it's 50 to the left, but I always forget. It's 70 to the left. Okay. In that case, let's pick up a little bit of speed. You have to remember we have to stand here somewhere where our remote control can get some light. I mean, that is a downside of doing what we're doing, but hey, we get to pull a lot bigger loads, and that's at least fun for me. So setting up the 4 jobs for this, to not leave the area. If you leave the area, it despawns the jobs and spawns others, so we wouldn't have been able to take them. It's one of the issues we had, again, with the Steam job that we did on stream. I was standing as far back as I could to stay in the area, but it was so low on signal, we kept having signal dropouts, which meant that it had to be done fairly slowly, just to make sure that if I'm trying to brake and the brake doesn't work for whatever reason, we're not going to smash 2 of these engines together, or 2 of the jobs together. Right, we're just going to keep chugging along. If we look out the side here, I can't see out that side. We'll probably pass that junction back there. It's hard to tell. Let's stick this out the window. I mean, we could do this, couldn't we? We figured out we could do that. So let's use this bit of straight to build up some speed. We don't want to get over 70 though, because we know there's a 70 corner coming up. Alright, let's throttle the second engine back down. We'll just use the first engine once again. So the DE6s are so much easier to actually do jobs with than the shunter, because they don't tend to overheat as much and they can pull much more cargo. It has all the simplicity of the shunter with the, so here's our 70. Let's just slow down a little. Not too much, just a little. We don't want to risk it too much on a corner. Yes, this all looks fine still. So now, this next corner up here, I also think is a 70. It might be a 60 up here. We'll have to wait and see. This is going relatively smoothly, much like our shunter job, our double shunter job the other day. Okay, so we're coming up to a 60 area. Let's just ease off the throttle. What's it saying? 58. Let's turn this off. We can manage everything from this first engine for the moment. So it's just 60 over the bridge, eh? When we get down through these parts here, we'll hop out and have a look at our train. Be nice to do it up on these rocks here. We don't want to let it get away from us. Oops. Because this junction up here, I think, is 50. Just slow down a yeah, it's a 50. Just ease this down a bit. There we go. Yeah, so 50 both ways. Let's come a little bit lower. So now we just got to manage our speed, keep it under 50 as we come down the hill. Like, even though the engine is through there, all of that cargo back there is not. Now we also know there's a 40 corner coming up down here. So we'll just get ready for that. Like many things, just being prepared, we can save ourselves a lot of heartache. We want to slow down. We know the train's going to push us down the hill, so we just want to take it steady. Let's stand up on that rock. Oops. I didn't get on the rock. We missed it. Oh well. Even that, we just had a little tiny bit of throttle, and it picked us up speed because of the angle of the hill. Like, even now we're completely dethrottled and we're still accelerating. We don't really want to be doing that. We just want to be managing our speed. Alright, let's see if we can't get up on this rock. The rock doesn't exist. That's annoying. If we stand up here, so we're on the front locomotive, the rear of our train is still coming out of that tunnel. We might be able to see it. Let's just turn this on for the moment. We can manage from the second. Okay, so we can't even see the rear of the train because the hills are too close. Like, the winds are too close together. Let's put this away. Let's turn it back off again. We reset everything back to neutral. Yes. Yeah, there's so many corners through this section that are 40. I find it easiest just to stay at 40, particularly when I'm bringing lots of cargo like this. It's not worth accelerating and slowing down and accelerating and slowing down repeatedly. Now this corner I think is 30. The junction that's coming up. I think it's 30. So even though that sign indicated we could go 80, we're just gonna take our time down this hill. because I think we could potentially get into problems if we're not careful. So we've already had to drop to 70. Let's get back up to 40. We should be able to get from 40 down to 30, okay? As long as we're prepared. So that says 50. We're accelerating above 40 and I don't want that. So it is 40 to the left, okay. I thought it was 30 here for some reason. Must be thinking of another junction, but that's okay. We were already doing 40. Maybe once we get down to the harbour we'll be able to see the whole train. Now, let's do those. We do want some brake here. Okay, so it looks like whatever was down here has moved, which is good. Just gonna keep that brake on and just run ahead, just to make sure that we're not gonna come across any nasties on the track here. Okay, so we're gonna have a clear run right down to the harbour. So we can stand over here and look. So there's our locomotives over there. There's our train. Still looks like it's coming out of the tunnel. Still going. Alright, let's turn this on. Right, what we're going to do is just swap which locomotive we're controlling for the moment. Let's get back in this first one. Maybe we'll give this some throttle from the second loco. This first one we want all the brakes off, throttle off. Okay, now let's come back over here by the lake. We're standing over here somewhere. So it won't be long and we'll see our engines come out of this side of the hill here. And there's the back of our train over there. It's finally come out. Okay, we can just start to hear them now. So that's what we're dealing with this time. Right, let's run ahead and make sure that, okay, so we don't want that signal like that. That will go bad. You're to the left, that's correct. Now we're also going to need to go into G, is that way. So we'll have that set up for the start. And we're reversing those last two back into 2I. I think that's right. Looks right. Where is it? Over here. Let me in the lead. Right, let's just turn this off for the moment once again. So it won't be long and we'll see just how gigantic this train is. Let's turn that back on. I want to slow down a little bit more. I want to be doing 30 through here. So that'll take us into G. That's right. And we said we have to go G5I is over here. The reason I'm making sure these are set up now is because I suspect that those front locomotives will go all the way in there for us to go far enough to get the rear carriages past this junction here. Okay, so we've got here, it looks like we're going to have, just check the time, about 10 minutes to get all of these into where they have to go. So you'll see that our remote keeps dropping out because we're so far away from the locomotive we're managing. Okay, let's start to give it some break. No, don't stop too short. Please don't stop too short. Stopping short is literally the worst thing that you can do. And we stopped a little bit short. Okay, so that's clear. Let's go back. Oops. Where did our remote go? Get out of there. Reverse, please. And got it. So we're back here. We're trying to go backwards. Somewhere up here. Yeah, so those first two engines were probably where they would have needed to be. In the case of dropping off these second two. So 60 going to C2I, 70 going to C2I. The thing is, we can't see what's going on back there. Somewhere over here. Okay, let's just check these. I think that's a 60. Yeah, that's a 60. Just start to slow this down a little. Still 60. And then 70. I'm having trouble reading that. And 70 is next, that's right. Now 70 will end up here somewhere. You're still 70. You're still 70. Okay, so that spot there. So the blue, that's going to be easy to remember. Once we get the blue guy. Shit. Why is it going into 3L? No. That's completely wrong. We checked that and I got it wrong again. Okay, engines will be over here somewhere. Man, that's frustrating. That is so frustrating. Because I thought I checked that and it looked okay. So this here is probably going to cost us our bonus on those two jobs. Just that one mistake. Okay, let's come back over here to the engine. Get up, please. This up to like 15, 20, then we'll start to... Okay, so here's where we're going. Just make sure we're actually going into... Okay, so we're going into the right place this time. Right, so where's our blue? Still looking for the blue car. There he is up there. Okay, let's just throttle off. I don't know how much spare room we're going to have at the back of this, so how tight this is going to be. Right, that's as good as we're going to get. Let's come over here and hand these in. Get up. Okay, so we got the two of them with the bonus. That's nice. Okay, now here's where we need to decouple. we bothered working out. We'll check in a moment what the time was. Forward, brake off, throttle on. And we know we just have to drive this guy straight in, because we had everything lined up before. Forward, give me some throttle. So we had 4 minutes. Okay. So it would have been fine if we hadn't have made that mistake. Okay. I don't understand why you'd want to be doing 60 through here. Oh my gosh. G5I. Just make sure we are actually going into G5I. It is. Get on there. This doesn't look as long as the other platform that we had to deliver into. It still is fairly long though. I'd be surprised. Like, I didn't expect we'd get any bonuses. I was hoping that we'd get the first 2, which we did, which is nice. Hopefully we can get these 2 as well. That'll make our bank balance, which we're already at 300,000, very healthy. Okay, we need to slow down heavily. Come on, get in there. Right, good enough. Let's swap these brakes. This is job 7 and 8. Oh wow. So we got them within the minute, but they were 11 seconds late getting it over there on the second one. I don't understand how that works. Okay, so that's our 4 jobs. Let's go and decouple. We will also turn these engines off. Here, decouple -1. We'll do. Okay, 1 down. Get in there. There we go, both of them off. They did well. We did that just on time. How much space is there on this platform? So we're past the sign at this... Oh, hold on. We're on the wrong side. So that's everything that can fit on that platform. Interesting. Good to know. Right, let's come back in here. Oops. So that first job, we got 42 with the 21 bonus. Check it. The second one, still going to C2I. 39,000 with 20 grand bonus. Check it. And then the next one was only 20,000. That's why I wasn't as concerned with those second two. 10 grand bonus. And lastly, 35 with the 17 bonus. Nice. So that puts us up to $474,000. Okay. So that trip cost us 30 grand in fees, but we made, let's just do some basic maths, 53 plus 32 is 85. It's gonna pick up the bin, get out of here. 85 plus 58 is 143, plus 63 is 206,000. So we made 206,000 for these 30 grand in fees, which when we manually service the two engines will be about half. Now that gives us lots of money left over for some of these other licenses next time we play. But for now, thank you everyone for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this slightly different train trip, and we'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.